Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you. I'm not going to be too long with you. I have something that also has blessed me, and that's my heart. I want to bless you with something that has blessed me. And I thank our pastor for giving me this opportunity to share with you, because I respect him, the First Lady, and this congregation. Amen. To serve. That's why I'm here. To serve. Amen. So I want to share with you something that helped me. And this is going to go in line with that song. But have you ever heard of this story about footprints in the sand?
Yes. Yes.
Some of y'all probably have it, and I'm not going to go into detail. This little story is very important to encourage you. It gives you an idea of when you're going through something. It lets you know that he's going to carry you through.
Amen.
And sometimes we need to be reminded, because no one is exempt from going through tough times.
Come on.
Amen.
Yes.
And when they come, not if they come, the Christian as well as the non-Christian face the tough times. That's why sometimes it's a false illusion in Christians when we share it sometimes. I make the mistake many times myself. That when you become a Christian, all your problems is solved. And it gives that person the illusion, wow, all my problems, future, past, and present is solved. Until we realize the life that we live and look back, we still ran into difficult times. We're all going to face them. So this is a story that's real briefly. It says something that was a night when a person was walking down in sand. And when he made a promise to follow the Lord made a promise to follow him and go with him no matter where he goes or what he goes through. The Lord made a promise to him that he will be with him, yes, like he made us. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, we got to the end of the story. It says, so now at the end of my life, as I look back over my life, like some of y'all right now can look back over your life, like the story said here, he realized that in the sand, in difficult situations, he looked back and saw the screen of his life and saw one pair of footprints. Mostly in the difficult times. He saw one footprints. Now follow. And he said, Lord, you made a promise you're going to be with me. But I see one pair of footprints through the difficult times. And the Lord said to him, I love you, my son. I love you, my daughter. I would never leave you. Amen. He said, my son, my daughter, in the difficult times that you see, and you see those footprints, in those difficult times, that's when I carried you.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
And brought you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Praise God. Hallelujah.
I said, Lord, that is a wonderful story because I treasure from it.
Yeah.
How the Lord take us and carry us through difficult times. And I said, Father,
Thank you, Lord.
I need a biblical example of that story. Because I got to live my life by your word and not a story. I love the story, but my life is lived by your word.
That's right.
So when you show me a biblical idea of that story, he said, I'm glad you asked. I believe you said it. He said, turn to Mark, the 2nd chapter.
All right.
So if you turn with me, turn to Mark, the 2nd chapter. Real quick. Mark, the 2nd chapter. Mark, the 2nd chapter. And it's going to be reading from verses 1 through 5 in the King James. And then we're going to read those same verses through the Amplified Bible. Mark, the 2nd chapter, verses 1 through 5.
Okay.
I want to show you something that blessed me, and I hope it bless you. Because he wanted to show me a biblical example of a story that I carry you
Thank you,
through
Lord.
tough times. He was me carrying you. I'm going to show it to you about. What's this? And it reads, and again he entered into Capernaum after some days, and it was noise that he was in the house. I like that phrase.
Hallelujah. I like it.
And straightway many was gathered together, not as much that there was no room to receive them. Was no room to receive them? No, not so much as about the door. And he preached the word unto them.
Yes, Lord.
Verse 3. And they come unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy, which was born of how many? 4. Verse 4. And when they could not come nigh unto him for the press, they uncovered the roof where he was, and when they had broken it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay. Then verse 5. When Jesus saw their faith,
Hallelujah.
he said unto they, no. He said unto the palsy, son, thy sins be forgiven.
Thank you, Lord.
Come on, John.
I know some of y'all kind of grabbed something right there in that pause.
Jesus.
When he saw their faith, he said to the palsy,
Yeah. All right.
thy sins is forgiven thee. Not your faith.
Yeah.
Their faith. You've been blessed. You are the beneficiary of their faith.
Hallelujah.
Watch this. Turn to the Amplified Bible of the same scripture.
Come on, John.
Verses 1 through 5. The Amplified Bible said this here. And Jesus having returned to Capernaum, after some days it was rumored about that he was in the house, probably Peter's. And so many people gathered together there that were there, and no longer room for them, not even around the door. And he was discussing the word. Then they came, bringing the paralytic to him, or the paralyzed, who had been picked up and was being carried by 4 men. That's very important. I'm going to share with you something. And when they could not get him to the place in front of Jesus because of the buffalo thorn, they dug through the roof above him. When they had scooted out an opening, they let him down the thickle or padded, quick nor mat upon which the paralyzed man lay. Now watch this. And when Jesus saw their faith, their confidence in God through him, he said to the paralyzed man, son, your sins are forgiven you. I'm going to stop right there. I want you to give you a visual how this story relates to you and I. Look verse 3 in the King James. I want to show you something. Verse 3 of King James. Mark 2 and 3. And they come unto him, bringing the sick of the palsy, which were born of four. Now we see a kind of overall picture of this story. Jesus in the house preaching. Here is a man that was paralyzed. And there was his 4 men, watch this, that carried him to the place of Jesus. Commentary says that these 4 men, they believe was not relatives of this 4 men.
Okay.
They was merely friends. Matter of fact, the name that I'm going to teach you about today is my 4 best friends.
Come on, John.
These 4 men, and watch this, and the man on the pack or the blanket. It is believed first they were just friends, not relatives. The men that was paralyzed, they believe once before he was not paralyzed. Therefore making it 5 men of good friendship. Suddenly, being good friendship and everything going their way. The blessings, the promotion, the joy, the finances, the physical health, the blessings was coming down out of all of them. And suddenly, one of the friends experienced a tough time.
Come on, John.
Paralyzed.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's paralyzed? Just to give you a glimpse. Paralyzed means the inability to move. The inability to act. To function. And also paralyzed means it can be and or the ability not to even feel anything. Their friend once was running with them with the blessings. Now experiencing a paralyzed position. But that's their friend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
In that, they also believe that they couldn't identify these 4 friends that would not let down their friend even though their friend is down. To a paralyzed position. The 4 friends say, we ain't giving up our friend.
Come on.
Even to the point where he is no more active, no more abilities, no more blessings, the doors is not open, no one in sight, everything going to a quick and stop in his life. Like he was our friend when he was up on his feet. Even if he's down on his feet, he's still our friend. And they say that the 4 men, they could not identify their names. Now, this is key. This is key. They could not identify the 4 men's names that were close to this paralyzed man that had fallen down. But you know what? Their characteristics identifies them.
Come on, John.
And their characteristics gave them names.
Praise God.
Here is the names of the 4 men.
Come on, John.
One of them name was Mercy.
Mercy.
Come on, man.
Another name, number 2, his name was Grace.
Yeah.
These characteristics. Number 3 man, his name was Love.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Don't give up on your friends.
That's right.
No matter what
Amen.
situation,
Yeah.
he's going
Come
to.
on, Johnny.
That's right. Hallelujah.
These four men have these characteristics.
Mhm.
And I like number 4 men.
Come on.
His name was patience.
Yeah. It's all there.
He endured long suffering.
Come on, Johnny.
Mercy,
Mercy,
grace,
grace,
love,
love,
patience.
patience.
Grab all 4 corners of the book.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Hallelujah.
You see, brothers and sisters, we can identify with a paralyzed man because we go through situations where we're just paralyzed, no doors opening, everything falling apart, everything going worse. Seems like everything, even your physical, financial, neighbor, family, job, everything is not going your way. It becomes a dead situation. You are paralyzed.
Come on, Lord.
You in the house, man.
Bring us to Jesus.
But you have 4 best
Yeah. Amen. Take care of you.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
that's going to come with you through it all.
Yeah, Lord. Amen.
These 4 friends got the blanket, grace, mercy, love,
Hey.
patience, and they walked toward Jesus.
Yes, sir.
They said, we're going to take you to Jesus.
Yeah.
We're going to take you to the Lord,
Yeah.
and we're going to carry you to Him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, this is part I really want you to see.
Okay.
Look at verse 4. Mercy, grace,
Praise.
love,
Love.
and patience
Praise.
carrying this man to where Jesus is.
That's
Look at verse 4. And when they could not come nigh unto him for the press, they uncovered the roof
yeah. Come on.
where he was.
Broke it up.
And when they have broken it up, they laid him down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy was. Mercy,
Mercy.
grace,
Praise.
love,
Love.
and patience
Patience.
would not give up on their friends because their friend is going through something.
That's right.
Mercy,
Mercy.
grace,
Praise.
love,
Love.
and patience will not give up on you.
Amen.
Come on. Come on.
All right.
They
Yeah.
will come and carry you
Uncover.
in your situation
Thank you.
to the Lord.
Amen. Oh, yeah.
Now watch this here. The Lord was in there preaching, and he heard this rumbling going on,
I know he did.
and he heard the roof tearing apart.
Uncover.
He looked up. Watch. He saw love on one corner
Come on.
that was carrying you. He saw mercy that was carrying you.
Yeah. Right.
He saw the grace of God
Yes, sir.
that was carrying you
Yes.
in your position, in your paralyzed situation. And he saw patience
Patience.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
carrying you.
Thank
Yes,
you,
Lord.
Lord.
He looked up and he saw all 40 carrying you.
Bring it up. Through.
Watch. He said he saw faith. Not that he saw faith in the paralyzed
Yeah.
or in you, but in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
He saw them carry you. And he looked down at us
Hallelujah.
and said, thy sins be forgiven.
Hallelujah.
He saw the faith of them. And he said, I see faith.
Yeah. Thank you,
And
Lord.
because grace, and patience, we become the beneficiary of their faith. He looked at them and said, I see faith. And he looked down at the paralyzed man and said these words to him, thy sins be forgiven
Thank you,
thee.
Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you.
Because of love,
He spoke.
mercy,
Mercy.
and grace,
Grace.
and patience carry you to the Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Then the Lord blesses us because who is carrying us? Many times.
I thank you, Lord.
I don't know if y'all face a situation like this, and I'm almost finished.
Go ahead, take your time.
The where you want to throw up both hands. I know some of y'all never faced that.
Well,
Tell the truth.
And you don't understand what's going on. You give up. And you just don't know what's happening, why things ain't coming to pass. At these times, there's when the mercy, the grace,
I thank you,
the
Lord.
love,
Thank you,
and
Lord.
the patience of
Thank you,
God
Lord.
carry you to the because you're in a position of paralysis. You're giving up. There's no faith. Matter of fact, I'm questioning. Lord, I just don't get it. And sometimes in situation, the Lord looks at our four best friends. And they will carry us to the Lord. And the Lord will bless us
Thank you, Lord.
because
Oh,
of
those
them.
friends. Yes. Amen.
That's good, man.
Sometimes we're shocked of the results. We ain't ever interfaith.
Yeah, Lord. That's true.
I be honest with you. If I be honest with you, I really didn't believe. And that thing come to pass.
I thank you, Lord.
And God provides.
Yes, He
And
does.
God step in.
Yeah.
And God will open the door and touch somebody's heart
Touch
that you
them.
didn't have no dream who they are.
Amen.
Because of our four best
Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Yeah.
that carried us through and to the Lord.
Amen.
And the Lord looked up and saw their faith.
Yes, God. Yeah, Lord.
Your sins be forgiven.
You are forgiven. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for forgiving. Thank you.
Our four best friends.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, you're not by yourself.
Thank you, Lord.
Uh-huh.
No, never.
You have these four with
Never
you.
alone.
Amen.
Our four best friends is with us. There may be someone here.
Thank you, Lord.
You're going through some tough times. You're going through some difficult times. And you may be thinking, Lord, I need some doors open.
Amen.
I want to assure you,
Thank you, Lord.
God has these four friends
Thank you, Lord.
that will carry you to the Lord
Yeah.
and provide the necessity that is needed. Because we have four best friends.
Thank you, Lord.
Love, mercy,
Mercy,
grace,
grace,
and
patience.
patience.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Let's give God a hand praise. Pastor, you come forward. Our four best friends. Hallelujah.